Okay, so we're back. Let's continue working on the planning web app, and that's where we left off. We were doing so last time I added these buttons which allow me to select a time slot, and so now what we need to do is to be able to click on a day in the calendar, and this day and set this day to the selected time slot. So we need to represent in the app state which time slot is assigned to which day. So I think we'll just use a hash map for now for that. Using a hash map from the date to a string, which is the time slot. So let's start with that. So we need to have here, let's add a state. Yeah, let's add a state here. Let's call it calendar for now. And this is going to be a hash map. Yeah, hash map. Can we do this? Yeah, new. And yeah, and this is going to be from a date. So should we use naive date here? Does it implement hash? Maybe. And going to a string. So new. Let's create this hash map. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Does this compile? It does. So it seems like hash map. Oh, does it compile? Yes, it does. Okay, so it seems like naive date implements hash. So that's great. That means we can go on with this. Okay, so we had these. So what should happen? I guess we should have a callback on each day. So I want this to be easily clickable. So so this takes up the whole cell. So that's great. So on this div, we should have a callback, which gets which callbacks. So we should give. So that's a day element. So we should give a callback in the props of the day elements. We should give a callback from the application and use this callback to set the use this callback to update this calendar state here, and this should rewrite if we use this should redraw, but only if we were to use it. Okay, so I guess let's just build a fake one for now and start by showing it in the calendar before we can actually update the calendar using these buttons. So what can I do to create a hash map? Is there some kind of literal? There's this from. There's this from that I could use maybe, and then I think there's not any more. Okay, so let's check out the docs for hash map. Maybe there's an example of how we can create a hash map literally. Yeah. Yeah, so obviously we can insert them one after the other. But I'd like to... Yeah, great. Okay. So that's what I want. Hash map from, and then an array of tuples. So here we want from, and then making an array, and let's say, so that's a naive date. Naive date. I think we can create this from... what did we use to create it? We did this in the month. Yeah, naive date from YMD opt. Okay, let's just use from YMD for now, even if it's deprecated, but this will not be there for long. So let's so naive date from YMD, and let's say 2024 January. Let's not put this 0 here, and let's say the 5th, and this will be string from M1, let's say. So this closes the tuple, this closes the array, this closes the from, this closes the use state. Okay. I should really also run cargo FMT on this. Yeah, no, I don't want to write it. I want to... okay, let's, no. Let's reload it. Yeah. Because since I have not configured NeoVim to run formatting, auto formatting, but that's not really a great idea. So maybe the code should be a little clearer now. I should do this from time to time, and I should also figure out how to make NeoVim auto format the code. But I need to look further into this. So now date. Okay. So we need to pass this calendar to the month element. Can I pass the state? Is it a good idea to pass the state, the use state handle in and of itself instead of the hash map? So then we could theoretically update yes, but even so we wouldn't have the we wouldn't have the selected time slot to update in the month element, so that's no use anyway. So calendar, and this is going to be a hash map of from a naive state to a string. No. Okay. And in the month, so here we have props.calendar, which is the calendar we want. And here when we instantiate the day, so this day should take a time slot, which is a string. And when we do this, we need to pass the time slot. No comma, not here. Time slot to be props.calendar. And I guess there's a get which will return an option. So dot props.calendar.get, and this is so we need we need to construct. Oh, but we have the naive date here. Oh, that's fantastic. So we have the naive date here, corresponding naive date. So maybe this should work, or maybe not. So what does this tell us? The trait into prop value string is not implemented for option and string. Oh yes, because this is an option, so we should not take a string here. We should take an optional string. And so this is still, yeah, so this is a reference to a string. Why is that? Why is it a reference to a string? So where he's, yeah, here, error days. So props.calendar.get, when collections store owned values, they can still be queried using references. Okay, well, that's not helpful. So yeah, they reference it here, but should I just update it to get a reference? So the day props get, oh no, so the day props get a reference, an optional reference to a string, or should I find a way to maybe dereference this? Let's see, how does option manage that? So this gets you a reference. I don't think there's a way to do this. Maybe as, no, not as dref. Erase from option T. Yeah, so that's the exact opposite of what I want. Okay. Well, that's definitely not what I want. So, but that's the only, that's the only thing I could do. So, well, I don't think I understand this very well, but let's just tell this to get a reference to a string. It doesn't really matter. Or maybe I should clone it because, oh yeah, well, no, yeah, no. Let's clone it then. This isn't very efficient, I guess. Should avoid to clone, but in the end, I guess because I'm going to set it into the HTML macro. No, maybe I wouldn't necessarily have to clone it, but well, let's just clone it for now. So what do you expected A reference to naive date. Okay. That's not that bad. And move cannot move out of the reference. Well, I don't want you to move out. Move occurs because the value has type hash map naive date string, which does not implement the copy trait. Yeah, well, so, but I won't be able to. I won't be able to just do this. Yeah. This won't work because or maybe I should get a use state handle, but this let's check out some more U examples of this. Components, properties. Yeah. So obviously here you're passing a bool, so that's yeah. So even this is a value. Internally, properties are reference counted. This means that only a shared pointer is passed down the component tree for props. It saves us from the cost of having to clone the entire props, which might be expensive. Well, it should be. That would be great, but it's not what it's letting me do this. Macro allows you to build properties the same way the HTML macro. What is this? Okay, so I can make props beforehand here and then pass it down. Okay, but that's but I don't need that either. Evaluation order I don't need. Using intermutability. Well, yeah. Okay. So we don't have any more information here. Let's just search for a more specific request here. I think a hash map to component props props u. Missing a space here. Well, somehow. Oh, but that's Java. Okay. Header passive function is propped. No. Oh, him again. Yeah, but these are children. Yeah. So that's using children. Communication between components. Well, this is the same thing. Optimization and best practices. Well, this would be great. And let's use the last. There doesn't seem to be any more. Okay, well, let's check out the U examples directly. Maybe digging for this. In the examples here, maybe we'll find something. Okay, yeah, well, there's this. So this is parent to child. I just need some components, some properties. But I need some way of passing. I need something more than that. Because what's the problem with the with the hash map. Because if I do this, so that's not the... Yeah, so this is hash map. So would I need to have, but they said that the props were reference counted shared references, so well, yeah, so here, no, not components, properties. Here, somewhere in here, using function components. Internally, properties are reference counted. This means that only a shared pointer is passed down the component tree for props. It saves us from the cost of having to clone the entire props, which might be expensive. Yeah, well, why didn't you do that here? Cannot move out of the reference. So you're telling me this works because the props are copied? Yeah, so here they can use a callback, and I guess they will clone this callback. Where are they using? Oh, so that's, yeah. Yeah, so a simple solution is to use callback, and the callback is cloned. So maybe I should clone it, but I'm not too keen on doing this. Or should I explicitly pass down a reference? A shared reference? So what's the life cycle here? The props, in the end, the props will only need will only live for the duration of this function. They will not go further than that, because the calendar days, the time slot that we get from the calendars are cloned. So from the calendar, they're cloned. So the props here will only live for the function. So having a reference to a hash map here should not get us into too many trouble. So, but I wonder if we can have a lifetime here. Oh, so how? Because we're introducing, yeah. Is it here? I never know. Okay, and let's say this is a tick a reference. Okay. And that's missing lifetime specifier, in fact. So we need tick a here, and reference must not have a lifetime. Well, that's too bad. Let's add it here. I think we need it here to place a generic parameter after the fn name. I can remember how you do this. Okay, that's here. Thanks, Rust compiler, for being so great at that. But function components can have generic lifetime parameters. Okay. So does it mean I can have any lifetime? What is this error? Okay. Function components can have generic lifetime parameters. Okay, so we can have that. Well, should I get an RC then. Let's try and really not yeah. Can you do that automatically, or do I need to? Fantastic. Okay, so here we have RC, and so can I wrap this in an RC right here? Well, no, I still can't. Yeah, because I need to have this wrapped in an RC from the beginning, but that's okay. Let's clone it for now. This is not the solution, but well, I need to get this a little clearer in my head before I can do anything great. And I don't want to lose much time on this. So this should work, maybe? Okay. Okay, so now let's see if we can use this. So we passed this to the day, so the day has a time slot. Let's just show this in the debug format. And that's props dot time slot. And I'm missing add parentheses. Great. So the 5th has this. Okay, and maybe I can get a better. So this should be unwrap or yeah. Maybe just unwrap or default for now. Am I missing a parentheses? Cannot move out of props to time slot. Well, should I clone it again? This is really not great. This is really not what I should be doing. Borrowed the types content move occurs because props the time slot. Maybe I could do this. I could do as ref here, but will it work? Let's see. Yeah, no. Trade bound string, what is it? Default is not implemented, yeah. Well, what if I tell you this is this, but this is not the same type, yeah. Okay, well, let's clone it, I guess. But in the future I will find a better way of doing this. Okay, but at least it works. What? Oh, because this is a debug format. Okay. Let's remove this, and now we should have fantastic. Okay, well let's maybe just have an empty string. Yeah, no, an empty string won't do, because it's removed, because it's white space. Yeah. Well, let's just leave it out for now. Okay. Great. So now that we have this, and we should commit this. We should commit this. Let's add a little more. Let's format that, and let's add a new here. Let's add a new entry to this. Let's say this is 2024. Let's say 17th. No, this is January and 17th. And this will be a... I should really do this to get a string. This is way... this is shorter. And I think it's a bit better. Oh yeah, I need a parentheses here. Yes, let's format it. Well, formatting it doesn't do anything. You're telling me this is leaving this ugly? Oh, because it doesn't. Yeah, so let's overwrite this. Let's overwrite this and then format it, and then yeah. But I don't know why NeoVim doesn't auto, because so if I do this and I write it and then it detects a change, but it doesn't. Can I reload the file? There's probably a function to recommend to reload the buffer. E or set auto read. Well, that would be great. No, so edit. Okay. So if I add some spaces here, write this, it doesn't auto read anything. Should I set auto read to something? Maybe? No. Well, okay. Let's just do this for now. And yeah, we don't need the RC anymore. Okay. So this works. This works. Let's commit this. Git add. And let's commit this, and this is a feature of the client. This is this is a show time slots in calendar. Well, okay. Okay, so now we can select a time slot. Let's make these divs clickable. So we just need, what we need is in the app, we create just like this on click, but let's call it day on click. And so now this should really be time slot. Yeah. Oh, but I need to change this on yeah. I need to change this here. No. Okay, bear with me here. Here. Yeah. Okay. It's just okay, this autocomplete is great. Here and here, this is time slot on click. This should do it. So this day is a let's do the same thing here. Let's create a callback from a closure which takes the naive date and this naive date, so we need the calendar. So let calendar equals calendar.clone. Let's okay, what is this? Oh, this is some macro stuff, yeah. Okay, so no, this is the calendar we want. We clone it, and here we set it. We can set it with this. Isn't there another? Oh, but this is showing me the hash map values. So can I just insert it here? Is there a way to erase this, to erase an entry if I set something to none? Is it how it works? Extract if no, retain no, so that's a filter. Entry, this returns me the entry. Get. This is all get. I can remove, but why can I see? Why can't I see the insertion? I'm a bit blind here. I'm not seeing it. Fit entry. Oh, is it? Yeah, here, insert. Okay. Insert a key value pair. If the map did not have this key present, none is returned. If the map did have this key present, the value is updated. Okay. Yeah, so we'll need to check. So we'll match on the selected. Oh, so yeah, we need selected time slot too. And we'll match on selected time slot. Either it is sum with the time slot, and then we calendar insert we insert the date with and we set the time slot, and maybe I'll need to clone this here. I'll probably need to clone it. And if selected time slot is none, then I remove the entry for the state. Okay. I need one more curly brace here. Yeah, so I need to dereference that. Oh, and he wants... Okay. Yeah, wow. Consider removing the dereference here. Well... Cannot borrow as mutable. Yeah, so I can do this. But I think there's a function in the U state that will allow me to do this. Where can I get hooks? Predefined hooks. Whoa. Okay. Use effect node. So use state. And this so it should be on the use state handle. And so no, this replaces the value. And setter, use state setter. Okay, so I can get a callback to a setter, but that doesn't help me that much. But isn't it? Is it? Then is it another hook that you should use for this? Maybe a reducer, something like this. Is it reducer then? An alternative to use state is used to handle component state and is used when complex actions need to be performed on set state. But this means actions and all this. Yeah, no, this is not that. Definitely not that. Well, then I'm seeing use callback here. Get an immutable reference to memorize callback. That state persists across renders. Maybe I should be doing this for the okay. Yeah, so we can use it Oh, so yeah. Well, no. Well, let's not get. Let's not. Let's focus here. Let's check out u update struct state. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this than, because then I need to clone the hash map and then update this clone hash map and then set it. So this is not really great, but I guess I don't really have a choice here. Okay, well, I guess using a reducer would be the good thing to do here, but I don't want to do this. So let's just let's just here I'm just doing a cloning and cloning all over again. But I'm cloning everything. Okay. Let calendar be a clone of this hash map that we want. Then we match on selected time slot. We get time slot and we insert it, and this I need to clone. Oh, but this is not. But can I just declare it as mutable? Yeah. What you. Data moved here. Move occurs because time slot has type string, which does not implement the copy trait. Yes, but if I don't deref it, I am probably missing something here. Yes, because this is not the same type, so. But do I need as deref maybe? Okay, maybe. This argument influences the return type of insert. Oh no, aspected string found. Yes, let's do this. Can I remove the clone then? I don't think so. To string here then. This should copy it. No? Yeah. Okay. So does this work? Yes. And now that we have the modified calendar, we can just do but yeah. Let's not call that calendar, because then we overwrite the original calendar. So let's call this well, calendar TMP. This is really awful. I don't like what I'm doing here, but hey, if it works, let's just go with this for now. Yes, so we here this, and calendar.set to the calendar TMP. This compiled. So now let's see if we can pass this callback to the month. That's what we want. We want to pass this callback to the month, so well, yeah, let's just call it day on click. And why am I putting this here? Okay. So in the month we need to get day on click. This is a callback. Is this the... okay, so there are two, so I guess this is the naive date, and this is nothing. Do I need to... do I need to set it if it's nothing? No, I don't. Okay. Does this compile? Seems like it. So now... so this works. Okay. Oh. In the month, and in the month we really need to pass it down to the day. So day, so on click, this will just be named on click, and this will be props dot day on click. Okay, and you want an on click, which is a callback which takes a naive date, so that you can have this on click equals props on click. Okay. Oh no, yeah. So can we do... should we use... well, let's test just... because what we want is the naive date. Oh, but this doesn't have the naive date. The date doesn't know which day it is. So maybe... so then we need to we need to make a temporary callback. Well, an intermediate callback, which takes the number. Oh, I'm good. Oh, sorry. So yeah, this should take the number, the day number, as a U32, and call the props dot day on click dot emit with a naive date 2024. No, not 20. Not 2024. This is props dot year. This should be props dot month, and this is, well, day. So how does that sound? Let's format the code. Oh, unexpected item. Yes, because I'm probably missing something here. Maybe parentheses. Okay, I'm missing a parentheses here. And this we don't need anymore. Okay, so can we format this? Great. And I can reload that, and this is that. Okay. So we emit the props and consider using option expect to unwrap the option naive date. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. Let's unwrap it. Let's just unwrap it. Okay. So now what is given to the props is not this anymore, but really just this. So this can just take a U32 that we can give because we have this number. But this is still not what we want to do. Okay. No, not what I mean. What am I saying here? Okay. We want. So let's test doing like this. Props dot onClick dot emit, and this should be props dot number. Okay. Borrowed data, of course. So is it the callback I should clone? Cannot move out of the onClick. Okay, so it's in the month. Problem is in the month here. So should I clone this? Well, it seems like I should clone anything and everything, so let's test cloning this again. Well, that doesn't seem to fix it. Maybe it fixed the first error. And here, which props escapes the function body here? Oh, because I should I clone? But these are numbers. Oh no, it's probably it's probably complaining about the day on click thing. So because I emit, so let's clone it here too. Okay, props is a reference that is only valid in the function body. Okay, well, yes, so here it causes a problem because, but so here, but that's in the day. Okay, so there's a problem in the day too. So can I clone this? No. So even though I'm cloning it, this doesn't solve the problem. Props escapes the function body here. Well, how does it escape the function body? I'm guessing it's because of this. So let's make another callback. But what's the use of it? I'm a bit interested in this hook here. Yeah, well, I guess it's just for optimization because it's memoized. So it doesn't change very much. Doesn't do very much. So let's just recreate it here. So let's say on click is this, and let's try not having a callback here. So move, and this maybe this will make it a bit clearer what it does. So because then we could say let onClick equals props.onClick that clone. But is there really a need for cloning this here? Although it's a callback, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem. So props onClick emit props.number. Yeah. And then we use this. Well, let's use this directly like that. So this is exactly the same thing, so I don't expect it to work, but props is a reference that is only valid in the function body. Props escapes the function body here. Because it moves the props here. Okay, well, let's try and do this so we can do this. And maybe let's just... Okay, so this seems to be working, but then there's still the problem in the month component. But so using props.number is really that much of a problem? I mean, this is just a U32. You should be able to clone it or to copy it. Oh, so it's really the fact of using props here which is a problem. Wow. Okay, and I mean, if I were to do this, it's still a problem. I really have a hard time understanding what I can do and can't do using passing variables into callbacks. But well, if this works, this means that this should be the same problem, so we can just no, not only. Okay, no, it's called day on click. So then we can just, why are you doing this? Okay. So of course, let's not borrow it because then it will have the same problem. So we need to clone this. And then we'll need to clone, well, we'll just need to rename year to props.year, month to props.month. This seems a bit unnecessary. Maybe I'm doing things wrong here. But let's just go with this. Well, if it works, it works. So that's not my problem here. Okay. So does it work already? Oh, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I didn't expect it to work here. Wow, it's working really great here. I should remove the selection, the text selection and these elements. But it's really working great. But that's interesting because I'm using the current month in constructing the date. But what I really should be doing is, well, I need the exact date for this particular day. So maybe I should pass on the full date. Let's just pass the date here, and we'll so now this can just take the original callback, which takes the naive date, and we won't have to do this anymore. But let's just so we don't even have to do any of this anymore, I think. Well, let's not delete it for now. Let's just so this should be date, and yeah, so this is date. So can I do this, or will it complain about the borrowing, copy, cloning, all this, moving out, dereference thingy? It doesn't seem to. So now we have this date, and we should send it the props one. Okay, and then so we'll still need this, but props will need props.date. So let's rename this to date, and so now we just need date. And here we'll set this. Okay. Great. So this differentiates the this works wonderful. I love it. Okay, and when we have nothing selected, clicking it removes the thing here. Okay. Well, let's commit this then. That's That's fantastic. I'm excited about this. So let's format. Yes, let's format the code. That's a great idea. And now, oh yes, let's also remove this. I should check. Oh yeah, no. Sorry. Yes. So this we delete. Okay. I should check if there are any warnings here. Yeah. So that's a great idea to check if there are warnings before committing things. So we now just have these two warnings, and these are, well, I guess I can remove this now because we have a simple way of setting a okay. Yeah, we have, wow. Okay. Here. Oh no. What is, oh yes, this is this one. Let's just move this, and then cargo format will probably work this out for me. Yeah. Fantastic. So no more warnings, and code that works. So what else to ask? Okay, let's commit this like that. So this is also a feature on the client, and this is set make it no clicking. I think that's not how it should. Yeah, I don't really know how to phrase this. Well, the feature here is setting, being able to set the time slot on a day by clicking on it. So clicking on a day sets its time slot. Well, that's not the greatest commit message, but let's not let's move on. So now that this works, so a nice feature, a nice little thing would be to make it impossible to select these, and I think with Tailwind it should be quite straightforward to get that. So is it user select? Yeah, and select none. So yeah, that's exactly what I want. So select none, and I should put this on the day element. So here on this div, select none. Okay, so yeah, now we can select these ones here, but we can select anything. So this makes, yeah, it makes it a bit more convenient to do this. Okay. Okay, that's great. Let's commit that too. Well, I guess I should format it, although there hasn't been any much movement here. So git commit, and is this? Yeah, I guess this is still a feature. Although we could call it a bug, and then this would be a bug fix. Well, but how is it a bug? I mean, every missing feature is a bug in some way. So that's hard to draw the line at such an early stage in development. Although I guess a bug would be something that was introduced, although this was not introduced because it was not made. So yeah, let's just call it a feature here. Make it impossible to select text in calendar days. Where's the limit? Does it show me the limit? Yeah. Okay. Make it impossible to select text in calendar days. Okay, so what should we do now? So now that we have the ability to get a hash map from a hash map of days and the time slot they're set at. So that's something that we will be able to send to the server in the future as JSON. Yeah, so we could add a little feature to be able to change the month. I guess that would be great, like 2 little buttons, and maybe here make it a little prettier. So have the month centered here, and 2 buttons on the left and the right to be able to go to the previous or the next month. That would be great. Is there something more? Well, that's a necessary feature. So let's do this. It's kind of fun to. It's a bit more fun to do. So where should we set this? This here. So here, let's add a div. This div will contain this here. Does this make any difference in the... No. Okay. But then, although I guess... Yeah, let's put these in spans because I'm going to be using flex here to position the elements. So let's put this in a span. I want a button, and this button is just going to contain oh, what am I doing here? I keep on doing a lot of things with this this thing here. Okay, and this is going to be just this sign for now. We'll see for putting an icon later on, but for now this will really work well. Let's add the other one, and let's put this in a span too. Great. So these are buttons, and with little formatting, little class here, I should be able to separate them. So this should be flex and space. I guess it's called space between. I'm guessing here, so yeah, no, it's not called that. So this is display flex, but it's not called space between. Okay. But I want the flex version of space between. Flex? Layout? Flex? Items? Place items? No, it's not place items. This is placing inside. Yeah, this should be maybe justify content. Justify between, okay. Justify between. Okay, I guess so. Yeah, of course. Because I'm just restricting this the height, the width of this calendar here. I'm trying to think, because obviously it's a web app, and it's it will be used 99% of the time on a mobile phone, so I don't really need to think of how it should look on a computer. I should really be working on it like this, but for some reason I'd like to try and make it computer friendly too. But well, let's maybe I should really think about how to. Maybe I should really make it work just like on a mobile phone, and for a computer just maybe center it and limit its width. But for now, let's not really care about this for now. Let's just make it work. We'll think about. I'm thinking about the git commits here. Let's just focus on the functionality for this commit, and I'll do another commit making it more mobile friendly, or maybe even just prettier, because it's not really that pretty. But let's still add some styling on the buttons themselves. So classes, and this should have some padding. So P2 maybe. And let's make it rounded full. That should look great. How does that look? Oh, but yeah, but we don't have any background color, so that will not work very well. Let's make it blue. Are you obligated to? Yeah, you have to specify a shade of blue. So let's make it 500. Okay. I guess I want them to be a little more circle-like, but I'm just going to cheat my way to this for now. I'll make them real circles maybe one day. But yeah, let's make it like this for now, and let's add. So is this text white, for example? Or is it foreground or something like this? No, it's text. Okay, so this maybe make it bold. This doesn't serve any purpose for now, but I like trying to maintain. Well, it doesn't change very much. So yeah, let's just leave it at that for now. Okay, I'm just going to copy this styling for the other button. So it's right there. Okay, and okay. So these should look the same now. Yes. And I guess I should align. Is it align center or align middle? Yeah, because but is it text align? It should be text align. So align here will not do anything. But yeah, so this span here, is it? It's vertical align. Of an inline, okay, yeah. So align middle. Yeah, so it's align middle, okay. But it doesn't work. Okay. Oh, but it should be on the span. Okay. Yeah, it should be on the span, I guess. So this span. So what was it? Vertical? No, align middle. Oh, and you should have a brace here. So how's that? It doesn't even work. It doesn't. So that's vertical line. Well, no. So why it doesn't work like this? Maybe. Well, let's not lose too much time on this. We'll work that out later. So for now it looks okay, I guess. And so we are currently, we're outside of the month, but here the yeah, so these are the ones I want to modify. So I can do that right here. I just need to declare some more callbacks. Maybe I should put them on the should put them before, because the buttons are on top of the calendar. I guess that makes sense. It doesn't really matter too much. So this should be previous month. And this is a callback where we need the year. Yeah, we need year and we need month. Okay, and this will be an on-click handler. Yeah. So and we should get, so let's take new month be, it does the, oh, but that's a U32, yeah, so that's a U32, okay. So equals if, well, okay. Yeah, it's a U32, but month goes from 1 to 12 anyway, so yeah, so previous month. So it's just if month equals 1, then you should return then you should return 12. Else you should just return month minus 1. Okay, so like this and like this. Unicode character, yeah, that's fun. Thanks for telling me that. I also need, in fact, a semicolon here. Consider giving disclosure. No, that will work out itself later. So this is my new month. And yeah, so let new year, yeah, let's modify the year also. So if month equals 1, then year will be year minus 1. Else it's just year. That's not really great using using if and else like this, but well. And again for the Unicode character here. Oh well, if it works. Again. No, okay. So we have the new year and the new month, and then we can set year to the new year and month to the new month. So then on this div we could just go on click equals previous month is not really a great name for a callback, I guess, but well, by now I'm sure you can tell I'm not great at naming things, but who's really? Okay, so first of 2022, well, January 2022 goes to December 2021. Great. Great. Okay. So let's just do the same for this for the next month. And this will just be, so if it equals 12, then year goes to the next one. And if month equals 12, then it goes to 1, else it goes to the next month. Okay. So now we can use this here. This is next month. Oh. Everything's fine. Okay. So we can go back and we can go forward. Great. Let's format the code. Let's check if there's any warning. No, there aren't any. So we can add and commit, and this is definitely a feature of the client. And this is add previous and next month buttons. Okay. And I just had another idea for a nice little feature. What was that? It just slipped my mind. I was thinking maybe it would be great. Oh, well, I can't remember. Yeah, just starting out on the actual current month. So I was wondering if Chrono's naive date had a now function. No. So how can we get the current date? I guess we could with the other types, because it makes sense that the naive date doesn't have any now function, because it doesn't take into account the time zone, so you wouldn't know which time zone now is in. So, but in this case, yeah, let's just go with local then. So we can get local now, and maybe, well, I guess from date time we can get we can get a date. No, we can. Okay, that's deprecated. Well, that's too bad. But from a date time, I guess we can just we can have the month and the let's get this like that, and let's search for month. Okay. How do I get the month? Yes, like this. Okay, year and month. Okay, exactly. So here, when I start out, I just need to. So now will be local. I guess we could use the full name for this. Local now. And so this is now dot day. No, now dot year. And this is now dot month. Oh, that's the formatting. Yeah, well, I don't care for that now. Let's just format it again, and then do this. Okay. So this compiled. So the thing here is, oh, maybe we can change the date of the we can simulate the date of the device here. How can we do this? Because right now it tells me it's January 2024, so it seems great, but is it? Let's. Don't we have a way of modifying? Oh, I think it's here. Yeah, changes. Sensors? No. What is changes? No changes. Okay. Let's just search for that. So Chrome dev tools change date. Without having to change the date, yeah, because I could always. Well, that's not really helpful. Yeah, no, we can't do that. I could change the. Oh, or maybe there's an extension. Well, my browser add-on. Yeah, well, I'm not going to. Okay, well, let's just say it works, and we'll see next month if this changes. So, but this should be right, because if I change, yeah, and does it show up? Yeah. So, and if I go on to the, yeah, so this is the second, so we're in April 2024. This is the 2nd of May 2024, and if I go to May 2024 and the second, there's this. Okay, so this works really well. So let's commit this feature. Start on current month. Okay. So now that we have this, we have buttons, we have this is coming to well, this is starting to look great. So maybe now is I could also implement swipe Yeah, I could also implement swipe handlers, but let's leave that for the future. So what I should really do now is create an edit mode, because right now if I click on a calendar day, I erase it because I have nothing selected, and if I select something, I can set it on the calendar, but I don't always want to be in this edit mode. When the app starts, I want it to be on just a viewing mode that shows us the calendar, and maybe if we click on the day, what happens is we have some more details about the time, the start, the begin and end of the shift, or maybe we can add. So that's definitely something we will add, is that we can add some overtime. So if I click on this, it shows me a window allowing me to set how much overtime I did on this particular day, because that's always helpful. But for now, it's just that if we click on any day, it's overriding it, and I don't want this. So maybe I should do this. I should also start thinking about having the time slots as structures, and adding more information on the time slots, because right now the first thing that comes to mind is the color. So here the buttons are all red, and here there are no colors in the calendar. But in the end, what I want to do is add maybe a background color to the text here that has a particular color, and then we'll add a configuration screen that allows us to change the color of to set the color of a time slot, so that the calendar has colors that we can identify more easily, because right now, because between these two, the difference is not obvious. So yeah, so should I do? I've been working for almost 2 hours now. That's great. I didn't see time pass by. Should I add? Well, I think I should start thinking about adding colors, because that's an important feature. So how can we do this? So it's going to reside in this time slots here. I'm using a vec for now, but well, this should really be a hash map from the ID of the time slot to a struct, to a time slot struct, maybe to a color. For now, we just need the text, which would be the ID, and the color, so which would be another string. So I guess we could just do it like this. So let's change this from a vec to a hash map then. But I'm going to make a quick pause, just have a drink, and get back to this in a few minutes. Oh, it didn't pause. Okay, so let's get back to it. So I was saying to move this from a vec to a hash map. So this will create a lot of changes, I think, but let's get to it. And we can always revert to revert the git the changes with git if something goes real bad. So here, this is a hash map. Let's create it from these. So this, and let's use toString here as before. So this is the first tuple with well, this is going to be a color for now. So how? Yeah, I guess I should. Well, I don't even know how I'm going to create to set the background color. Can I just put a style on the element in new? I don't know, but for now let's just put it in hex format right here. So let's do that for now. It doesn't matter too much. Should I put toString here? Yeah, I guess. No. So that's the first one. This is the second. So let's set this to a green. And finally, this, and let's set this to full blue. No, this, and I didn't do it here. Okay, let's format this. No. Oh, how do I do this? To unstage. Is it what I want? Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? So let's cargo format that. Okay. We're missing something at the end here. So this is closing the tuple. This should be closing the array. So what's the problem? Oh, I should be closing. Yeah, I should be closing the hash map from goal. So that should be a parentheses here, I guess. Yeah. So of course, nothing works anymore, but at least I can format it, and it's a bit better. Okay. So now that we have a hash map here, let's check out what doesn't work anymore. Yeah. Expected. Yeah, so of course here I need to get, it's not that iter anymore. It should be, well, let's be a little more, a little smarter about this. Let's try to think about what is going to fail. So of course this one, so the time slots. So time slots is a hash map. We just need the keys instead of this, and this should fix the error. Did it compile? How's that possible? This works. Can this work? Yeah, well, I guess this is the only... Yes, because the Everything else is just passing strings around. It's not about this time slot state structure per se. It's about the strings. So yeah, well, this works. That's great. So, well, I guess if it works, I should commit that then. Yeah. So it really does work. So this works. This works. This works. There aren't any errors in the console. Okay, if I want to remove one, I can do this. Well, that's fantastic. Okay, let's commit this then. So this is, well, there's also the refactor thing, but yeah, no, it's really just a feature. So this is use a hash map instead of a vec. Well, or well, move time slots from a hash map, from a vec to a hash map to store colors. Yeah, move time slots from a vec to a hash map to store colors. Okay. So that's great. And now, so how do we? I guess we will need to pass down. I guess we should pass the time slots down to the month. So we should probably pass the time slots down to the month in the props, as we have here with the calendar. So let's do this. So we'll call it time slots, and this is a hash map of string and string. So we can, whoa, that's, and we can do the same thing here as with the calendar. So let's set this time slots to time slots dot clone. Let's not change good old habits. So we now have the time slots in the month, and we can ask in the day. We could ask for a color. We can ask for a color. Yeah. So this, and we just need, so time slot, and before the onClick we can add a color, which will be a props.timeslots dot get what which is the time slot? Yeah, so we should probably, make this a full closure. So this here, so that we can declare the time slot as a variable, and this is what it is. So this is the time slot. So the color can just be props.timeslot get time slot. Oh, but this is yeah, so the time slot is it's an option, so we should take that into account. So do something like time slot dot is some, well, I'll need, because I don't have the completion here, so I'll need to check out the Rust. Well, I have it here. Is some end. No, is some then something, maybe. Inspect map or maybe a map. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. That's map. Okay, so map it is then. So time slot that map. So then inside the map we get the string, which let's go to the name. Let's call it the time slot, even though it's overriding, but yeah. Okay, that time slots, that game time slots, time slot. And so this is an option, but I don't really want, or maybe I could flatten this, because either the time slot is none, so there are two levels here. So the time slot can be none, and if the time slot is not none, then there is still the possibility somehow that the time slot that we have, the actual time slot, if there is one, is not in this time slot struct, and I don't really want this to be an error. Maybe it should be a warning, or maybe it should fail. Well, this shouldn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad. And if it crashes the application because of this, well, I don't really know what to think about this. So let's just, because debugging this would be but because this is just for the color, so if the time slot is unknown, let's just put the because I guess it will happen at some point, and if it could not crash the app, and let us just fix the missing time slots in either the configuration or or in the interface by changing the time slots in the calendar by reapplying the new time slots, because this could happen if a time slot is deleted, for example. Or maybe we should set it in red or something like this. Then if it's an incorrect time slot, well, yeah, maybe we could do this. Yeah, okay. Because so this map will return an option string, or it should at least. So the first option is the time slot was none. So this is the color of no time slot. So this should be, maybe this should be transparent. So let's say it's full white but transparent. I don't know how this will work. So either this was none, and you get this transparent color because the time slot, there is no time slot for this day in the calendar, or this is some, and then you get the option with the color inside of it, and this option, if this option is none, then the time slot is not known. So we could just say it's a full bright red. So at the end of it, you should get the right color. So now this is just, okay, here this is just color. Okay, mismatch closing delimiter. What's the problem here? Oh, because I added this, yeah. So this is this and this is this, so I should add that, so that is, so as to make this happy. Okay, what's the problem now? Yeah, expected reference to string. I really don't like this. I really don't like this. So that's the last unwrap. So maybe this is fixable, because this means that this type, yeah, because it returns an option. So what did I do? What did I do? Yeah, I cloned it. So that's what I should do here too. Right, I should clone it such that here it complains about needing a string and having, yeah, that's exactly what I want. So then I just need to say this is a string, and we should be almost there, because yeah, this should probably be a string too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You expect, well, then it should be it should just be some string. So here some, and this to string. Okay, almost there. Arguments to this method. Well, I could I could just pass on a... Why is it moved? Do you really need... Because it's cloned here. Oh, so this is this time slot. Yeah, but it's still cloned. But maybe it's props.time slots. Where do you want me to use as ref? Color as ref. Well, let's check if that works. It does? Wow. So what did I do? So now normally we have a color coming in here, and we just need to set this. So how do we set this as the background color? That's the question here. And because here, if I want to use yeah, because CSS is only with classes. Can I set a style, inline styles? But you can use it like any other HTML attribute. Okay, so I can do this. So that's probably my best bet here. So div and this. No, that's not the div. That's the here. That's where I want it. Just right here. I want style to be so that's background color. This should be a format string. Yeah. So here, background color, and this would be props. Can I maybe, yeah, I should be able to use props here. So how do you say oh, that's not good. Oh, yeah. Great. It works. That's really great. It works well. I'm really amazed. I shouldn't be so amazed that I'm able to do something that works, but it's fun to see this come to be working so great. So greatly. I can also erase it. It works. Okay. And I like it like that. I'm going to let this like this for now. As for the style, I should be using a nicer color palette, but that's something I'll fix later. Okay. So next step, I'm going to commit this, but I'm going also to show the color here in the buttons. But let me commit this first. So here, so let's format it. And let's add and commit. So this is a feature, and this is show time slot colors in calendar. Show time slot colors in calendar. Okay. And yeah, well, let's show these the same colors here, and you can also see the yeah, that's something I did not pay attention to, but the order here in the order here in the time slots have changed. That's because, well, obviously it's now up to the hash map to give us the order of the keys, the order of these time slots are now up to the hash map. So I was thinking of maybe sorting the keys in the alphabetical order, or maybe we would have maybe it'd be great to have some sort of ordering key to manually order the time slots, but let's not think too hard about this for now. It's not really a problem, and with this few time slots, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so these are the buttons. Yeah, these are the buttons. So here I get only the keys, but now I really want the key and the value. So this should be entries, maybe? Do I have yeah. No, not entries. Oh, so we're coming back to iter then. Yeah, key and value. Okay. So iter cloned map. So this is time slot and this is color then. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. Yeah, you want a reference to a... You want an option of a reference, and you get a tuple. Yes. The method call train might not have had the expected associated types. Yeah, in fact. So yeah, here, because the role of the clone here is to go from a reference to something, to this thing without the reference. Okay, well, what happens if we just remove this for now? Then this is complaining about having, yeah, so no implementations for string equals string. So yeah, now we have to, because these are our references now. So for this, it's going to work to dereferencing this is going to work, but for the color, I think I'll have to clone it, but that's not a problem either. So yeah, here classes, and let's unclick, and let's put style equals, and that's background color equals this. And it's still the format. Okay. This, and this will be color, the reference color, and we'll probably have to clone it, but that's expected. So this will be the end. Will be the end of this style, and we have this, and open the format macro. Well, this shouldn't really work, but it seems like it did. Well, what's the problem here? Okay, well, it does work. This is excellent. Okay, and it's the right colors, and we didn't even have to add a clone. Well, this is making some progress. So let's commit it. Yeah, so this is a feature client, and this is show time slot colors on selection buttons. Okay, and what time is it? So do I give a little more time to this day? What should I do next? At least having the colors is very, very convincing here. Yeah, because you can really see changes in the planning, or in the time slots, because usually what will happen is that you have M1 and 1, because the M1 is in the morning. You can sleep in the in the afternoon per se. So you have a pause in the afternoon, so you can get to another morning shift. But let's clear this up. So you can do like 2 mornings in a row, and then once you shift to doing the afternoon, you can do another afternoon, but you won't have a morning directly after this, because then you end up at 9 p.m. on the Tuesday night, on the Thursday night here, and you start at 6 on the Friday night, so on the Friday morning. So that's not great. So usually you have a pause here. But yeah, this is great. This is going well. Okay. Well, so yeah, what could we do next? Yeah, we could add this edit state, because as I said, here we're always editing the calendar, but I don't want to be always editing the calendar. So that's probably the next step, but I think, or could I push it a little more? Yeah, maybe I could. Maybe I could just use a. Maybe I could just toggle. I just need a button here to toggle the edit mode. and I need checking this. I need to be checking this this edit toggle when I'm modifying, when I'm clicking on the calendar days. So yeah, let's do this, and then I'll stop. So here, we have we add is editing. This is state, and we'll get this to false in the beginning. So what do we do? So I need to not show these buttons. So let's add a button before this one. Yeah. So here I want to add a button which is well, I'll probably want to have some kind of an icon here, but let's just call it edit for now. This should add a button here, or it does not. Yeah, because that's a literal. So I need this to be like that. Okay. And so this, and so yeah. So I can put, I think I can put a boolean in here. I can just put an if here, and so if is editing, then and only then do I show this. So this should disappear because is editing, because is editing is set to false by default. Let's add some style here so this doesn't change too much from the other buttons. So this is px4 py2 as the others, and and I let this this class here, but I don't need it anymore. Okay. So this, and then let's set a border on it, and let's make it like the others, rounded full. How do you say? How'd you like that? Yeah. Okay, it's fine. But the most important thing is when I click on this button, I want to toggle edit mode, and this toggle edit mode will be a closure here. So we will need is editing. Clone. So we'll return this closure, which will set is editing to whoa, that's some Okay, that's some funny syntax here, but wow, this works again. Okay, and so what do I do? Do I set the on-click handler only if we are in editing mode, or do I check in the on-click handler that if we are in editing mode? So the easiest one is probably to just yeah, the easiest one is just to check if we're editing in the handler, but I'd prefer to not set the handler at all if we're not in editing mode. It's more it's yeah, it's clearly the best thing to do. So can I just how do I set this? Can I set an optional no, I can't just set an optional property. Events. Hmm. Can I do like this if here? Oh, but it's not on these buttons that I need to. Oh yeah, and because oh, but then we'd have to. Yeah, no. Let's just let's get rid of this, and let's just check it because it's not on these buttons that I need to check. These buttons don't exist if we're not in editing mode. It's these. Yeah, because if for now, if I add some things here and I'm not in editing mode anymore, I can still. Yeah, I can still. Oh, because you keep not only do we keep the selected mode, but I'm still editing the calendar, the days in the calendar. So these buttons are here, and we'd have to pass on the editing mode to the month. But we already passed the callback, or then we'd have to not. Yeah, but that's just too much trouble. Let's just check here. Day on click. It's going to be much easier. So we need a clone of is editing in here, such that then we don't have to do any of this if we. So if is editing, if not is editing, then I really love this exclamation mark asterisks right next to each other, but we'll just return prematurely. Okay, so now we are in editing mode, and now we can do anything else, but we still, well, let's leave it like that for now. I guess it's not It's not that bad that we keep the selected time slot here, but if I click on edit, then I can do anything else. Okay. Fantastic. And I think that's all I need for edit mode. Yeah. Well, great. No, I need to format the code. Yeah, likes it better like that. Okay. Add this, and then I can commit. No, not commit. Add edit mode. Wow. not the best commit message, but it'll do for now. And that's 2.5 hours, and that's a much more progress. I really like the progress we made today. So I'll wrap it up like this. Oh, okay. Okay, my computer is a bit suffering from the 60% of CPU usage. Okay, well I'll wrap it up right here. The progress has been great in this video. I'm looking forward to the next programming session to make even more progress on here. And I really like this project. It's a really useful one, and I think I hope it's going to turn out great. So bye bye.